Things introverts want you to know. While introverts make up anywhere from 1/3 to 1/2 of the population, people with this personality type often report that others do not seem to understand them. Here are some of the biggest myths, misconceptions, and misunderstanding about what it means to be an introvert. Number one, introverts are not quiet or shy. People sometimes make the mistake of thinking that just because a person is quiet, it also means the person is shy. It is important to realize that there is a big difference between introversion, shyness, and social anxiety. Introverted people are not necessarily apprehensive about talking to others, although some introverted people certainly do experience shyness or social anxiety. Introverts prefer to think before they speak. They typically don't enjoy a lot of chit-chat or small talk. So the next time you notice someone who is quiet and reserved, don't assume that they are shy or afraid or talking to others. Number two, they are not angry or depressed. When an introvert feels overwhelmed by too much socializing, they often need a little quiet time and solitude to recharge. Unfortunately, people sometimes misinterpret this desire to be alone as a negative emotion, such as being angry, depressed, sullen, or anxious. If you are an introvert, you might recall being told by parents or other adults to come out of your room and stop sulking when you are really just trying to have a little quiet time. This can be confusing for extroverts who may not understand why a person needs solitude. Number three, introverts have fun. Introverts are not party poopers. While they might be quiet at a loud and a crowded social gathering, it doesn't mean they're not having fun. In many cases, the introverts in the room are content to sit back and observe, taking in all the interesting sights, sounds, and conversations. They're curious and want to learn more about the world and the people around them. Number four, introverts are not rude. Introverts can be quiet and reserved when they meet new people, and it can be difficult to know what they're thinking. This can cause others to perceive them as rude. So before you interpret this initial reserve as rude, consider personality and interpersonal styles. It is therefore important to understand that an introvert might simply need to get to know you better before they feel comfortable and willing to open up. Number six, they don't want to be alone all the time. While introverts might need to have some time alone each day to gain back their energy, it certainly does not mean that they want to be alone all the time. Introverts enjoy spending time with people they well know. But even spending time with close friends and loved ones can be draining. People with introverted personalities periodically need quiet time to decompress and regain the energy they expend while socializing. Number seven, introverts don't have low self-esteem. Another common misconception and myths and misunderstandings about introverts is that they are quiet and reserved because they have low self-esteem or lack of self-confidence. This can be particularly problematic for introverted kids who are constantly pushed into situations by adults who think that socializing is the way to fix kids. The adults perceive as being shy and insecure. Don't assume that reserved people lack confidence or self-esteem. Kids who received constant feedback from adults and peers that something is fundamentally wrong with their personality just might, however, start to question themselves as a result. Number 8, introverts don't hate people. People who are introverted are not misanthropic. In fact, introverts are typically very interested in people. They simply feel exhausted by lots of talking and socializing, particularly lots of what they perceive to be needless talking. Small talks is something that makes most introverts cringe. What they need is a reason to talk. So what can you do to start up a conversation with an introvert? Try starting an interesting conversation about something the introvert cares about, and you just might find that they can be the most talkative person in the room. Number 9, introverts don't need to be fixed. Introversion is often treated as something that needs to be overcome. Many introverts report that teachers and other adults often forced them to situations where they felt uncomfortable or overwhelmed. Some examples include making a quiet student take over as the leader of group, or assigning a reserved child the lead role in the class play, or pairing quiet kids with the most extroverted kids in class for group assignment. Such actions are often accompanied with justification. You are too quiet, and getting you out there more will help you get over it. But introversion isn't something to get over. Extreme shyness and social anxiety are problems that need to be addressed, particularly if they result in significant distress or impairment in daily life. Number 10, being told you are too quiet is insensitive and rude. Introverts are not the only personality types that are misunderstood at times. Extroverts are often accused by those who don't understand them as being loud and overly talkative. For an introvert, constantly being told that you are quiet is a lot like telling an extrovert that they never shut up. It is unnecessarily rude and comes with the implication that there is something wrong with the individual. Both personality types need to make an effort to understand those who differ from them. Introverts have their own needs and quirks just as extroverts do. Thank you very much, and catch me in my next